mock sirens and practiced evacuating people to higher ground. This morning, friends and entertainers are remembering singing legend James Brown. Brown died of heart failure Monday in an Atlanta hospital at the age of 73. Longtime friend Little Richard described the godfather of soul as an innovator and originator. We're going to have more on the life of James Brown in just a few minutes. California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger will undergo surgery today to repair his right leg, which he broke while skiing. While Schwarzenegger is under anesthesia, California's lieutenant governor will serve as the acting governor. Police in New York are looking for two people who robbed a Queens church out of $20,000 to $30,000 as Christmas Mass was coming to an end. The money was locked in a safe and it was to be used for needy children. Unbelievable. Tiger Woods has been named by the Associated Press the Male Athlete of the Year for the fourth time. The world's #1 golfer beat out Chargers running back LaDainian Tomlinson and tennis champ Roger Federer. A successful field goal in the last 10 seconds of the game secured the New York Jets' 13-10 win over the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, in Texas, the Philadelphia Eagles pounced on the Dallas Cowboys 23-7. Some bundles of joy were treated as special Christmas deliveries at a hospital in St. Louis. Take a look. On Monday, all the babies born at St. Luke's were tucked into Christmas stockings as a keepsake for their parents. How adorable is that? It is now 7:05. Back over to Matt, Ann, and Chris. Of course, they're going to outgrow the stockings in about a week.
Yeah, but I was reading that the hospital does that because a lot of these kids grow up hating the fact that they were born so close to Christmas.
Right.
They get ripped off.
In fact, I knew people like that, but I think the parents need to give them more gifts. Meanwhile, the Eagles game, crazy, right? My son said it was. He was wearing the shirt and everything and rooting. He was so excited.
Dallas was a bit stunned. Good news for Eagles fans.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And the Jets.
Yeah.
I'll be doing sports here. I figured I'd just...
Thank you. Yeah, forget the weather. Al's off today.
Forget you, Chris.
We're always happy to have Chris Cimino in with us.
Nice to see
he's
you
going to
guys.
check of the weather.
Yeah, weather picture actually, it's stormy again out west. It seems like a string of storms continues to pound the Pacific Northwest coastline. And today, no exception. This one actually through northern California. We do have some flash flood advisories in effect from just north of San Francisco, maybe as much as 1 to 3 inches of rain. Of course, as it hits the mountains, it becomes snow. We're looking at snowfall totals in excess of a foot. Once it does again get to the north central Rockies, the Wasatch area, but the coastal area is pounded by some heavy rain. Rest of the country, quiet, not much going on. High pressure from New Mexico all the way towards the southeast, clearing things out slowly over the southeastern states. A better day across much of Florida, while the northeast will have to contend with some clouds, leftover rain. Finally, some mountain snows. The Green Mountains of New Hampshire, Vermont, seeing a little bit of snow. Ski country in the northeast gets a little natural snow, but the big cities like Chicago, St. Louis, looking pretty dry today with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look now at your local forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Happy day after Christmas, and here we are looking from the B&O Commerce Center back across the river towards the West Hills, and you can see the clouds are laying low this morning. Notice the traffic on interstate is moving right along, though. A little bit of freeway spray to deal with this morning, that's for sure. And we're going to see clouds all day long today, and it looks like we'll continue to see the rain, and it's not going to be a steady rain, but it will be mostly rain today, and we'll never make it out of the 40s.
Yeah, now here's Matt.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. 'Twas the day after Christmas, and all through the stores, all the people were flooding back through their doors. With apologies for the poetry, the idea is the return season has begun. It's also a great time to get some deals and use those gift cards you may have received. Today, consumer correspondent Janice Lieberman's at the Queens Center Mall, not far from here in New York City, the midst of the action. Janice, good morning.
Good morning. How did you do, Matt?
I did pretty well so far and don't have much to return today, which is good.
Okay, I think a lot of people are with you right now. You know, people got $25 billion in gift cards, so there's a lot of money out there to spend. 19% of the people from last year haven't even touched their gift cards from last year. There's a lot of money out there. But really, what brings people out today, more so than the returns, I think, are the doorbuster sales. We're at JCPenney's, where it started at 6 a.m. It goes to noon today. Big sales, 50, 60%, of course, on the seasonal items. But because this was a warm winter, a lot of the warm clothing, the scarves, the hats, the coats, the boots, you're hurting there, so that's a good opportunity to go out and buy that. If you're out for Hickory Farms, if you like that kind of food, the gift baskets are 50%. You can't give it to anybody, but you sure can use them. Toys, big sales on toys. I am so not interested in entering a toy store, Matt. I don't know about you. That's why they got to get the people in to spend the money on the toys. Also, I thought was interesting, our vacations are on sale, because this is not a week where you think about spending more money booking a trip. So if you check sites like Expedia, Some of the vacations are on sale. Electronic items, the accessories to some of these things, the iPod accessories, not the iPods, but all the accessories that go with them are also on sale, and not flat screen TVs. That, Matt, will have to wait till after Super Bowl. But the people who have come out this morning, nice and early, like Marianne Seeley from Queens.
Glendale, Queens, my whole life.
Tell me, why are you here? You've been here since 6 in the morning.
Yes, I even already walked my dog.
Who's in the house?
My husband's sleeping. The dog went back to bed.
And what do you have today?
I already bought. This is for my son for his birthday in June. 60% off.
Do you have a whole list and a strategy?
Yes.
Tell me what it is.
From here, I go to the next store, which is right nearby, and then I hop in my car, go out to, can I say the word?
Yeah.
Kohl's, and then I'll do them, and then I have to come back here because Avenue and them don't open until 10.
So you're going to be shopping all day?
I'll be home by 11.
And
oh, no.
No?
I couldn't stand to be in the stores later. I'm always home before most people get up.
And you do this every time the day after Christmas?
Yes, I also did it Black Friday.
And you check the sales ahead of time?
Well, these I just walked into. Some of the things that I might be looking for, maybe one store doesn't have. But in general, these things I didn't plan on.
You just bought.
And this is for my husband's birthday.
All right, don't show everybody. Don't look. Marianne.
It's true.
This
is in March.
If you can't make it out for the doorbuster sales, they still give you a way to spend your money. At nighttime, they want to catch the nighttime shoppers by offering coupons in the paper, so if you don't get it now, you can get it later. It is a work day today, so it's not going to be as busy as usual, but they did make up for it yesterday by having an extra Sunday in there. So get out there and shop early.
Can I say one more thing? I'm a school secretary. I have the whole week off.
Good for her.
Hey, Janice, get Marianne's number. She's too good to be true. We want to use her again on this segment next year.
I'll keep her.
She's fantastic. Hey, Janice, real quickly, for returners today.
I would never be here tonight.
I'm sorry. She's still going. For returners today, got to have a receipt with you and also return quickly, right?
Exactly. They're getting a little tougher. Also, online sales are a little different than retail sales in the shops, the brick and mortar, so you have to check it. You may not be able to return something that you bought online. And if somebody bought you an online gift, you may need a receipt for that as well. So don't be embarrassed. Go back and ask the people for the gift receipts, because otherwise you're going to get deep discounted prices today or nothing.
All right, Janice, thanks very much. And tell Marianne I'm from New York. My whole life, too. Thanks very much. If you're like a lot of Americans, you're probably waking up this morning dreading those big credit card bills and looking to turn your finances around maybe in 2007. But will the economy be just as robust next year as it was in 2006? CNBC's Melissa Lee is down at the New York Stock Exchange with a look ahead and a look back. Melissa, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Matt. Spending spree hangover is what I think a lot of folks out there are suffering from this morning. But the good news is the economy was solid in 2006, sending the stock market higher and giving investors a good reason to celebrate.
Wall Street will soon be ringing in the new year as 2006 heads for the history books. And what a year it's been, with the Dow shattering records more than 20 times since October.
The 110-year-old Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at an all-time high.
That winning streak also sending the bonuses of Wall Street's top bosses to new heights. $54 million for the head of one of the biggest banks.
250,000 shares, I'll take them.
It is a market run that has defied expectations.
I think investors came in very concerned about things like energy prices, geopolitical events, so there was kind of a low expectation, and then corporate earnings came in very strong.
New market records and a strong jobs picture helped consumers feel a bit richer and kept the cash registers ringing through the holidays. Also a boost, falling prices at the pump. Drivers saw the average price of unleaded drop 24% from the records hit this summer.
People will be able to spend money. They don't have that pressure of high oil prices, high heating oil costs, and gasoline on their backs.
And homeowners' worst nightmare didn't come true. Home prices dipped but didn't hit a tailspin as mortgage rates remained historically low.
The housing market correction is in full swing. It won't crash, but it's something we need to watch carefully.
Corporate America got cleaned up with Enron CEO Jeffrey Skilling starting his 24-year sentence. And it got warned, spying on employees is a no-no.
The surveillance was limited.
At Hewlett-Packard, so-called pretexting cost its chairman her job and the company $15 million.
Looking at 2007, market experts expect a cut in interest rates, which should help keep mortgage rates low and the housing market afloat. And many are also predicting another solid year for stocks, which could put the markets on track for what could be, cross your fingers, another record year. Matt.
Melissa, don't go away, because I'm looking at the holiday sales figures for 2006, up about 6.6% over 2005, and yet considered a disappointment. So what does that tell us about the economy moving forward?
Well, we may very well see, Matt, that impact on retailers' fourth quarter results, which should be reported sometime in January. But really the key here, when you take a bigger picture look at the economy, will be the next couple of weeks. Will consumers go out? Will they respond to the post-holiday sales? Will they use all those gift cards that Santa left them in their stockings and underneath the tree? That will really be key, because it was, after all, the consumer that really kept that economy going in 2006.
All right, Melissa Lee at the New York Stock Exchange. Melissa, thanks so much. I appreciate it. It's 14 after the hour. Here's Ann.
Matt, thanks. Now from Wall Street to Washington. It's been a rough year for President Bush, mostly because of an increasingly unpopular war. NBC's chief White House correspondent David Gregory takes a look back at the year in politics.
Absolutely, we're winning.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
In 2006, the Iraq War endured as the dominant theme in American politics. In January, while the president urged the country to stay the course,
we're on the offensive in Iraq with a clear plan for victory.
The president's top political advisor links Democratic dissent with weakness.
Republicans have a post-9/11 view of the world, and Democrats have a pre-9/11 view of the world.
The American people are increasingly anxious, even angry about Iraq sliding towards civil war. Hundreds are killed in February when insurgents target Samarra's Golden Mosque, one of the holiest to Shiite Islam. The president becomes more defensive about the mission.
If I didn't believe we could succeed, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't put those kids there.
But in the world of politics beyond Iraq, one of the top events of the year was a shot heard around the world when the vice president shot his friend, lawyer Harry Whittington, during a hunting trip. Cheney irked the White House by keeping the shooting a secret from the press for nearly a day, but finally broke his silence.
It was not Harry's fault. You can't blame anybody else. I'm the guy who pulled the trigger and shot my friend.
But it was the war driving public opinion.
What you saw was just a gradual erosion from a weak position the president held at the beginning of the year, got much weaker as the year went on.
Optimism for a partial withdrawal of U.S. troops fades.
What are we finding driving these numbers these days?
Iraq, Iraq, Iraq.
There is good news, an important milestone in the war effort.
Abu Musab al-Zarqawi is dead.
Still, from spring into summer, the drumbeat builds to bring the troops home and fire Defense Secretary Don Rumsfeld.
You are presiding over a failed policy.
I'm the decider, and I decide what is best, and what's best is for Don Rumsfeld to remain as the Secretary of Defense.
The campaign season builds toward a referendum on the president's war in Iraq.
I think it was a mistake for us to go in. We made a strategic error in going into Iraq.
The rhetoric becomes ratcheted up.
The party of FDR and the party of Harry Truman has become the party of cut and run.
But it's Republicans who are reeling.
My opponent supports George Bush's war. I couldn't disagree more.
They're failing in Iraq.
In the middle of the fight, the political world witnesses the new power of YouTube when Senator George Allen creates the self-defeating macaca moment.
This fella here over here with the yellow shirt, Macaca, or whatever his name is.
Iraq was the dominant issue, but corruption was the second issue that helped seal the fate of Republicans in the election.
For many, the Mark Foley Page scandal highlights the incompetence, even corruption, of Republican rule. The election is a clean sweep for the Democrats and a statement about Iraq.
And nowhere did the American people make it more clear that we need a new direction than in the war in Iraq.
The first casualty of the vote, Secretary Rumsfeld.
Sometimes it's necessary to have a fresh perspective, and Bob Gates will bring a fresh perspective.
The year ends with dire warnings about the future of Iraq.
The situation in Iraq is grave and deteriorating.
And questions about what the president will do next.
I'm not going to pull our troops off the battlefield before the mission is complete.
Another big question, what will America do next politically? This year ends with Campaign 2008 already underway. Clinton, Obama, McCain, Romney, Giuliani, early favorites in the battle for the White House at a time when the country is looking for the way out of war. For today, David Gregory, NBC News, New York.
It is now 7:18, and once again, here's Matt.
All right, Ann, thank you very much. He was called the godfather of soul and the hardest working man in show business, and James Brown lived up to those titles right until the very end. The 73-year-old was trying to get ready for another performance when he died of congestive heart failure in an Atlanta hospital on Christmas Day. And today, the tributes are still pouring in. NBC's Ron Mott now on James Brown's incredible life.
Ow! I feel good.
His sound was powerful and edgy, musically and lyrically.
As a child, that gave you some type of emotional uplift.
His hit songs, numerous and instantly recognizable. But what gave James Brown iconic status was his mastery of showmanship. From Fancy Feet of Flutter to that microphone tango to the voice without peer, often needing translation. Yet his influence was clear, right down to his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
We've lost more than an artist. We've lost a way of life.
The godfather of soul also left his mark on funk, disco, rap, even gospel music in the Blues Brothers film. And although he had several publicized run-ins with the law, friends say his heart remained pure, turning out just last Friday for his annual Christmas toy drive.
Mr. Brown was number one. That's how I consider him. And his many fans around the world, I think, would tell you the same thing also.
A lingering cough led Brown to a hospital over the weekend. He wanted to be healthy for a New Year's Eve show in New York.
Then he closed his eyes, and he was dead.
The hardest working man in show business.
Love you, God bless you, and thank you very much.
Now at rest. For today, Ron Mott, NBC News, Atlanta.
You know, when you stop and think about all the other musicians that were influenced by the music and the performances of James Brown, people like Michael Jackson and Prince and Mick Jagger and David Bowie and all kinds of people. He was incredibly influential.
Yeah, I remember him being on our stage and just being in awe of him. He said, I taught them everything I know, but I didn't teach them everything I know, which is sort of James Brown in himself. It's always hard to figure out.
You have a favorite song?
I Feel Good.
I Feel Good? I asked him to pull my favorite one. This is Get Up Off of That Thing. Have you ever heard that? And dance till you feel better. Yeah. Get up off of that. That's what people used to sing to me because I was the one not dancing all the time. Anyway, James Brown dead at 73, and he will be missed. We're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.
Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and shake.
It's me, Rachel Rain, on our next show.
Hey, y'all, I'm about to give somebody the surprise of their life.
Holly, I'd like you to meet Jessica Simpson.
And watch out, Jess is in the kitchen.
I'm having trouble with the 8.
Today at 10 on News Channel 8. The News Channel 8's Great Toy Drive comes to an end. With help from Les Schwab and Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield and you. This was the best toy drive ever. The News Channel 8 Great Toy Drive.
This week only at Paul Schacht's Furniture. Enjoy end-of-year clearance savings on furniture for every room. Save on bedrooms from classic to contemporary, with special discounts on dining rooms and handcrafted accessories. Get the style and comfort you deserve, with savings up to 70% on select furniture, accessories, and other items. The end-of-year clearance event going on now. At Paul Schacht's Furniture, your home.
Providence Health System Wellness Watch on caring for the community.
Providence has been in the Pacific Northwest for 150 years. The Sisters of Providence came in response to a request for needs here to serve the people of the Oregon Territories. Providence supports the community in a variety of ways, striving to build healthy community. So we have a keen interest in ensuring that Oregonians are well fed. Therefore, we have a strong relationship with the Oregon Food Bank. We're concerned about those who are poor and vulnerable, so all of the services that provide a safety net are partners with Providence. Every person who comes to Providence is welcomed and is treated with the same kind of quality service and excellence, regardless of your ability to pay, your religious background. Everyone is welcome here. Every person is created with dignity And so every person who crosses our threshold, we reach out to with compassionate care.
For more information about Providence programs to benefit community health, visit providence.org/cares.
Still to come on today, we're going to talk about burnout and how to cope.
Plus, American Idols for Hire after your local news.
Macy's After Christmas Mattress Sale. Enjoy the lowest prices of the season. Sealy Posturepedic Medium Firm Queen 2-piece set, $387. And pay no interest for 12 months when you use your Macy's card. Shop Macy's After Christmas Mattress Sale or call 1-800-MACY-BED.
Take. That's what some cleansers do. Luckily, there's new Olay Hydrate and Cleanse. It's Olay Moisture refortifies your skin. So get a cleanser that actually gives more than it takes.
Look, sweetie, these new Triaminic thin strips are the easiest way to treat your cough and stuffy nose. Triaminic, the medicine of motherhood.
Ask your healthcare provider about controlled release formula Ambien CR. Then call or visit AmbienCR.com for this limited time 7-day free trial offer. It's the only sleep aid with 2 layers to help treat both types of sleep problems. One dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. The other dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Ambien CR is a treatment option you and your healthcare provider can consider along with lifestyle changes and can be taken for as long as your healthcare provider recommends. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic. However, like most sleep medicines, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. Call or visit AmbienCR.com for this limited-time offer of Ambien CR. Remember, CR.
It's the Ross After Christmas Clearance. The hottest prices of the year. Save up to 75%. The Ross After Christmas Clearance. Better hurry before it's all gone. News Channel 8 at 10 on Portland CW. With the largest team of reporters bringing you breaking news from around the city, the country, and the world. The most respected meteorologist with the forecast to plan your day ahead. Northwest News Channel 8 at 10 on Portland CW. The 10 o'clock choice.
Gresham Nissan is the big Nissan dealer. Save on the all-new 2006 Nissan Xterra now, $5,500 off MSRP, including $1,000 manufacturer's rebate and $4,500 Gresham Nissan discount. Only at Gresham Nissan, 1945 East Powell in Gresham.
I like it on that.
Santa Fe Packing Company's salsa and con queso. All natural, delicious on everything.
I like it on that.
Yeah, I like it on that.
Jessica Simpson surprises one special fan on the next Rachel Ray.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Strickland. Homicide detectives are on the scene of an overnight shooting in southeast Portland. Investigators spent most of the early morning hours interviewing people at southeast 160th and Stark Street. The first call came into the Portland Police Bureau just after 1:30 this morning. Officers and medics immediately responded to the shots fired call at the Wetlands Pub. They arrived to find the body of an adult man inside with what appeared to be a gunshot wound. Police believe they do have their suspect in custody. Here is Lynn Masterson, who's been keeping an eye on a couple of traffic problems this morning. Lynn?
Yeah, that's the deal, Stephanie. The latest one is a fairly serious accident. Involved a rolled-over vehicle, and that's right at Powell, near 138th is where it occurred. But actually, Powell is completely shut down, and that is both directions, between 136th and 141st this morning. So that could hold you up. If you're headed to Mount Hood to go skiing, just stick with 205 southbound. That's your traffic solution. And then hit Highway 212 and head out toward the Boring area. Freeways, though, at this point look good in the Portland area. Fairly light conditions. Let's get to that forecast. Here's Jim Donovan.
Thanks, Lynn. Well, it's going to be a wet one today. We'll stay in the low 40s all day long. A little bit of rain overnight tonight. And as we see, tomorrow morning, maybe a little rain and snow mix, but dry Thursday, Friday, and, well, part of Saturday. Have a great morning. It's 7:28.
At Town & Country Dodge, it's the holiday year-end sale. Now loaded 07 Ram 1500 Hemis are only $24,988, and Ram 2500 Cummins diesels are $31,988. With great rebates plus TNC's huge discounts, you'll save thousands. And with award-winning 5-star service, you'll save time and money. The best prices and selection are waiting for you at the holiday year-end sale. Only at Town & Country Dodge in Wilsonville. Drive home happy.
It's Key Home Furnishings' biggest year-end clearance sale ever. Save on furniture for every room in your home, plus get no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 full months. That's right, it's Key Home Furnishings' biggest year-end clearance sale ever. Don't miss this sale.
I wonder who it's for. Could be anyone. My favorite color. What a coincidence. I did ask for something shiny.
It's that time of year again when you'll find exceptional values on your favorite Lexus vehicles.
Well, I have some things to do inside. Me too.
See Lexus of Portland.
It's Key Home Furnishings' biggest year-end clearance sale ever. Save hundreds, even thousands on furniture for your entire home, plus get no money down, no interest, and no payments for 1 full year. Free delivery, the best prices, 1 year same as cash. Don't miss this sale.
It's 7:30 now on this day after Christmas, Tuesday, December 26th, 2006, and we've got a nice-sized crowd outside on our plaza this morning, braving some drizzle, but as you can see, they got the Santa hats covering their hair, so they're cool. They're probably going to run off from here and go to the stores to either return some items or grab some bargains, and we're happy they're spending part of their morning with us. We have, meanwhile, come upstairs to get another view of the Christmas tree here in Rockefeller Center. Be around for another 8 or 10 days, and they're firing up the mulchers.
Yeah, too bad. I always hate to see it go. So pretty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Anyway, I'm Matt Lauer along with Ann Curry, filling in for Meredith. And coming up in just a couple of minutes, they're used to performing in front of millions of fans on American Idol. But what happens when the show is over? Well, it turns out you can have your favorite idol perform at a party if you've got a little cash to spare. We're going to tell you how much some of your favorite idols are raking in. Can you imagine you have a dinner party and you say, okay, you've enjoyed your appetizers. Now, look at the dining room door and give it up for Kelly Pickler.
I know.
Here.
It's crazy. I know. One time we went to a party that actually had Aretha Franklin perform. Remember that
you
was
had a birthday party.
I know. That was huge.
That was
so
a
it makes a big splash, a big statement if you have somebody show up like that at your party. Anyway, meantime, are you feeling stressed out this time of the year from your work? Who isn't? From your family or even from your marriage? You could be suffering from burnout. So we're going to find out how you can tell if you're burned out and learn what you can do about it. And a little bit later, an inspiring story. A father and son team that probably will get you off your couch this morning. They have completed dozens of triathlons and marathons, even though the son suffers from cerebral palsy. It's a very poignant, heartwarming story.
Yeah, it'll make you change the way you look at your life, no question about it. But first, we begin with American Idols for hire. If you're looking to spice up your New Year's Eve party, you can have one of them show up for a price. Here's NBC's Lisa Daniels.
America can't seem to get enough of their idols. Kelly, Rubin, Carrie, Taylor. Singing sensations who may soon be coming to a party near you. That's right. American Idols are for sale. And for the right price, they'll sing at your next party.
If you had a celebrity at your party, wouldn't that be exciting to see?
So, just how much does it cost to have the coolest party in town?
Maybe $10,000.
$5,000.
$500,000?
The real answer depends on who the idol is. Taylor Hicks reportedly gets $150,000 per private performance. Reuben Studdard, less, about $75,000. Sources say Carrie Underwood rakes in about $250,000 to sing. And the queen of the idols, Kelly Clarkson, a whopping $300,000.
It depends on where they're going, what they're actually doing. Are they just appearing for meet and greets with no performances? It depends on a lot of factors.
So why do they do it? Experts believe a lot of it has to do with economics. Not only is the music industry in a sales slump,
Taylor Hicks!
But idol champs aren't doing as well as expected. Case in point, Taylor Hicks. His debut CD was much hyped, but in its first week, not one of his singles made it onto the top 50 chart. Still, it isn't all about the dough.
You get to travel and meet so many different people. You get to meet the fans that you wouldn't normally get to meet, you know, just performing.
Second season Idol finalist Kimberly Caldwell can get more than $2,000 for parties like this one in Washington, D.C.
And these kind of gigs, they really hook us up. I mean, they give you like limos to ride around in. You stay in the nicest hotels.
Are they worth it? America's votes seem to be split.
I wouldn't pay anything. No, I'm perfectly fine with my friends attending a party.
I would definitely have one come to a party. 2, maybe.
No.
No.
If I had the money to spend, no, I have a lot better ways to spend $10,000. Jewelry.
Maybe, but some people believe the best party accessory is an idol, even if they can't sing.
She's back! She's back!
For today, Lisa Daniels, NBC News, New York.
In history, she's back!
All right, let's get another check of the weather now from Chris Cimino, who's in for Al today.
So today...
Today's weather is brought to you by Walmart. Be bright.
And a nice crowd out here the day after Christmas. Anybody bring anything back yet? This is nice. You did my job for me, right?
I did your job for you, but this was yesterday's.
Oh, well, that doesn't work. Actually, 50's pretty close.
We were here at 4 a.m. yesterday, but we didn't know it was recorded already.
Yes, well, you're here today.
We're here today.
And you're on with yesterday's forecast. We'll see if that works out. Let's get a look at what's going on here in the Northeast weather-wise. We're dealing with a system pulling out, but there will be some snow, actually, across the Adirondacks later on today. The Green Mountains in New Hampshire up toward Vermont, Maine ski country, getting a little natural snow there finally. Leftover rain and snow showers in parts of the Ohio Valley. Much of the upper Midwest, though, pretty quiet, actually, and also very mild once again. It's cooled down to the southeast, but it's dried off a little bit, too. Far west being hit hard with another big storm from San Francisco on northward toward the Oregon coast. Very heavy rain up against the coast, heavy mountain snows, and the southwest finally getting back to a little sunshine. Temperatures in Phoenix today will approach a very pleasant 70 degrees. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look now at your local forecast. Good morning. Jim Donovan here with a look at the forecast for you. And in Salem this morning, we've seen some fairly steady rain. No fog forming in the valley. Some good news for your commute this morning. We are checking out First Alert Futurecast as we go through the day today. Notice it stays pretty green. That front does push up from the south to the north as we go through the day today. And heading into Wednesday morning, we expect to see perhaps a little rain and snow mixed, but no accumulation. Today, rain at times. Have a great day. Where are you guys in from?
Auburn, Alabama.
I like the score.
There you go.
Let's go back to Anna.
Illegal immigration is one of the big issues dividing this country and is among the top legislative priorities for both President Bush and the incoming Democratic Congress in the new year. In his NBC News special airing tonight, Tom Brokaw reports In the Shadow of the American Dream. Tom takes us inside one Colorado city's battle with illegal immigration and its impact on everyone who lives there. Tom, good morning.
And we thought we'd tell this story from the ground up, so to speak, from the point of view of the immigrants, from the contractors who are hiring them, the local law enforcement officials, the school officials who are pressed these days because there's so much overcrowding as a result of this crush of immigration. And I think people will get a look at the immigration issue in an entirely different way because it cuts across all of our considerations, economic, political, and cultural. Here is some of what we found.
It's a Saturday night in March. Garfield County Police just stopped this van heading east on I-70. Colorado's major interstate.
They have so much weight in there, the muffler's dragging on the pavement.
The reason the muffler was dragging quickly becomes clear.
¿Cuántas personas adentro?
In all, 11 men, none of whom speak English, slowly emerged from the van that normally seats 8.
They found a receipt. They were in Denver on the 15th.
Gas receipts told them this van had been to the border of Mexico and back. It even had a makeshift bathroom.
Oh, that's where they use the bathroom?
Cigarettes, oil, and Pepsi. And a gallon jug.
A scene such as this has become routine in Colorado, and it's become a popular image of illegal immigration across America. But it's only a small part of the story that we found in the Roaring Fork Valley of Colorado, a pristine stretch between Aspen and Vail. For 8 months, NBC News explored the popular myths and the truths about illegal immigration. The real story is of a booming economy dependent on thousands of illegal workers. That illegal community is thriving and enjoying the benefits of what America has to offer. But only by breaking the law, whether it's purchasing medicine on the black market or buying a fake driver's license, and it all seems to go on out in the open. You've lived around here for a long time, right?
Yeah.
You like what's happening?
I haven't really come to a set decision on what's happening. It frightens me a little bit.
What frightens you?
Well, the fact that I'm becoming a minority and my children are a minority in the school system. It's a little daunting.
And that represents just part of the conflict. She knows that she's the vice president of a construction company. She knows that those are very good workers. They couldn't function without them. But she's worried about her children growing up as now members of a minority in what used to be the majority community because there is such an influx. And we really have to try to begin to resolve this in a systematic way. It's not going to work to send everybody back. I don't think you can build the highest wall in the world and it will stop them from coming because it's economic survival. It's what's brought people here forever.
Well, seeing that those things are not possible, then what is possible? I mean, I think that people are looking for some solution. What lessons did you learn over, 8 months of that might help the national debate?
Two things. One is that they're filling jobs that Americans don't want to fill anymore. You can't get high school kids to earn $14 to $16 an hour to dig ditches and carry bricks and do the hard work. They don't want to do it. They'd rather be at their computer or work in fast food stores. The other part of it is we can't do this on our own. Mexico has to play a big part of this. And Mexico is not much interested because these illegal immigrants across America are sending back an estimated $8 billion a year in $50 money orders and a little cash in envelopes to their home villages. Mexico doesn't want to cut that off. So it's going to take, I think, the good efforts of all parties to get this resolved, and Mexico has to be a big piece of that.
Tom Brokaw, thank you. We look forward to your report tonight, and we should tell everyone that you can watch Tom Brokaw Reports in the Shadow of the American Dream tonight at 8, 7 Central Time, right here on NBC. Meanwhile, still to come here on Today, the newest options available when it comes to obesity surgery. We're going to find out about less invasive options. But up next, battling burnout, whether it's your work, your family, or your relationship. We're going to learn how to spot the warning signs and get some strategies on working through it. But first, these messages.
Had to be $59.92.
I believe this will cover it, my good man.
There you go.
It's time to get what you want with your Walmart gift card, and at the Walmart price, that's a lot. Choose from great items like the Christina Aguilera DVD CD 2-pack, or new music from Keith Urban, hot video games like Guitar Hero 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog, and DVDs like Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and Talladega Nights.
If your wealth isn't working for you, then neither is your financial advisor. Smith Barney Financial Advisors have on average 16 years of industry experience. We don't sell our own mutual funds, so we can offer independent advice. And only Smith Barney Financial Advisors have direct access to the depth of Citigroup's global resources. Experience, independence, depth. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
Slim Fast Optima Hunger Control Shakes with a unique protein blend to control your hunger up to 4 hours and help you lose weight. Hello Control.
Where in the U.S. is CLR? CLR is everywhere, taking on America's toughest cleaning problems. Take thick calcium residue, like the kind left on windows from the mist of this mighty waterfall. CLR takes it off immediately. CLR's in the desert, taking on heavy mineral deposits in tap water. The kind of tap water that can clog shower heads terribly. Just dip them in CLR and it clears it right up. Where in the U.S. is CLR? Anywhere there are tough calcium, lime, and rust stains. CLR. We show you clean. Available at fine retailers everywhere.
Rocky Balboa has audiences and critics across America cheering. It's a knockout. Newsweek raves it's inspiring. 2 thumbs up. I love this movie. It's the surprise of the season. Rocky Balboa. Rated PG. Now playing.
Build this easy-to-carry Inspiron E1405 and watch up to 3 2-hour movies without charging up. All powered by an Intel Core Duo processor and backed by our 24/7 technical support. Dell, purely you.
The only thing missing from the new Broadway production of Grease are the leads. That's where you come in. For the first time ever, America chooses the next stars on Broadway. You're the One That I Want. Sunday, January 7th on NBC.
It's no surprise that most Americans work hard, sometimes at the point of exhaustion. When that happens, it's called burnout. It's a phenomenon so common this time of year, it has even made the cover of New York Magazine this month. But what exactly is burnout, and how big a deal is it? Teachers, brokers, lawyers, doctors, nobody is immune.
It's widespread. It's anyone who's not getting what they want from their job.
And it's not just work, it's relationships too.
It's relationships that you're in. It's, what your expectations are for marriage, how things are working with your family.
What is it? It's called burnout.
I would define burnout as almost like a total meltdown between mind and body. It's kind of like an emotional numbing.
Anytime where you don't quite get back what you need or expect, there's this possibility of a burnout syndrome occurring.
Got burnout? Most people do, and 'tis the season.
This is my busiest time of year, a time where a lot of people in high-pressure, fast-paced jobs start to get some more downtime to think and reflect.
Osh Rizak is a lawyer and a father of two.
At first, I didn't know what I was feeling, what it was called.
About 7 years ago, he had a bout with burnout.
I just walked in one day and it was just frozen. And I felt powerless and hopeless. And I just had nowhere to go. And it sort of felt like a candle with two wicks on each side, and they are both lit, and you just don't know which one to put out first.
Oshri sought professional help.
I feel much better now.
But not before he lost his marriage.
I felt that it definitely got involved in my personal life, and, eventually I ended up getting divorced.
A reminder that if this occupational hazard goes unchecked,
it can get worse. It's linked and correlated with substance abuse, divorce rates increasing, and could lead to severe major depression.
Christina Maslach is a leading researcher on the topic of burnout. She's the author of 2 books on the subject and a professor of psychology at the University of California, Berkeley. Professor Maslach, good morning.
Good morning.
This is a serious situation. So the question is, how do we know we have it? Because, we are going 24 miles, 24 hours a day, really,
right,
in this new age that we're living in.
Right. Well, burnout is really an index of the mismatch, if you will, or the disconnect between people and the job. And as the workplace gets more and more extreme, demands more and more of us, it's sort of getting out of touch with the reality of what human beings are like.
You say if we suffer a loss of energy, loss of enthusiasm, loss of confidence.
Right.
These are all 3 examples. How do you tell between these symptoms and, say, depression?
Well, depression is a psychological syndrome where you are really down on yourself, beating up on yourself.
So that's different.
That's very different.
Okay.
When you're having burnout, you are getting frustrated, you're getting
Well, everybody
upset.
gets frustrated.
Right.
But you mean chronically, as in all the time?
With burnout, you're dealing with chronic stressors on the job. It's not occasional crises or occasional things one has to deal with. This is your job all the time. It's all peaks. There's no valleys. And after a while, people just feel they can't stretch enough to do that well. And then what they're experiencing is the exhaustion, is the cynicism, is the sense of, I'm not liking this. I'm not doing very well
I'm
here.
not happy. I'm sure a lot of people listening right now are saying that's me. So.
Yeah.
To those people, at what point should they go see a doctor? And can doctors really help?
Actually, I would take a different kind of tack on that. I think you go see professional help when you've gotten into very serious trouble, like having severe depression. But burnout is, in some sense, a normal kind of stressor that we need to deal with. And there are a lot of things that people can do to try and change the job, to try and change how they relate to the job, and not just focus on me and what do I do about myself. Because it turns out burnout says a lot more about the workplace than it does about the people
or
that's in
your
it.
relationship, or
Absolutely.
you know what's going on with your friends. I mean, it could be a lot of things all at once. So what you need to do then, you're saying, is maybe just take stock of your life and take a look at what is making you so frazzled, and try to limit those things. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not necessarily limit. Sometimes it's working smarter rather than harder. I mean, we have a tendency to go into overdrive, to do too much, to waste our time on things, to not be smart about how we're using our time, who we're working with, how we get the other kind of assistance or partnership that we need with other people. So there are things that we can actively do to make the work life a better one for us. It's not just about, you know, something wrong with
it. It sounds like it's just not smart to just do nothing about it. Christina Maslach, thank you so much, Professor.
You're welcome.
For helping us with this. And we'll have more information, by the way, on our website if you'd like to learn more about this topic. We'll be back in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.
The acclaim is overwhelming. The sensation is just beginning.
Presenting the dream.
Oh,
I promised you I was going to make you start right.
you swear?
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
And now, it's the winner of 5 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Original Song, and the Best Picture of the Year. Dreamgirls, rated PG-13, now playing.
I can't believe it.
Would you like to win $10 million from Publishers Clearinghouse?
Oh, yeah!
Go to PCH.com at once. Or enter by mail, and our next $10 million winner could be you.
Well, my credit card miles expired, but don't worry. Daddy's got a plan. Orlando, here we come! Is there meal service on this flight? Oh, yummy! Who wants some?
Hang on! Bullweevils!
Isn't this fun?
We should have switched to Capital One.
Get Capital One's no hassle rewards with no miles expiration, no earn caps, and no blackout dates.
Oh, that's different!
What's in your wallet?
I saw a woman who was raped.
Then they threw her child in the fire.
I lost all my family.
All of them were killed.
The government just wants us to disappear.
And die.
Somebody, come and save us.
What's going on?
I'm leaving, Frank.
You are?
Don't worry, you're coming too.
Start packing those bags, because right now at Hotels.com, when you pack more, you save more. Just book now and get up to $100 off, because the longer you stay, the more you'll save. Go to Hotels.com/save more or call now. Hotels.com. We know hotels inside and out.
Still ahead, cutting-edge medical techniques that could give hope to millions of Americans fighting the battle of the bulge.
Plus, you might want to break out a box of tissues because we've got a great story about a father and a son conquering mountains together that will inspire you. But after you're
Happy holidays from today. Trees trimmed to 30 Rock. Wanna take this season and just make it last, make it last, make it last. It's a new day all over. Happy holidays.
From our family to yours.
Happy holidays and...
Happy New Year.
A lot of people have trouble sleeping, but they don't all have the same trouble. Some can turn off and stay awake for hours. Others turn off right away, but wake up again later. Many people have both problems. That's why people are asking their doctors for controlled-release formula Ambien CR, the latest Ambien. It's the only one with 2 layers that work differently. One dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. The other dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Ambien CR is a treatment option you and your doctor can consider along with lifestyle changes and can be taken for as long as your doctor recommends. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic. However, like most sleep medicines, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. A good night's sleep shouldn't be an on-off thing. Falling asleep and staying asleep can make a big difference. So ask your doctor about controlled-release formula Ambien CR. Remember, CR.
Good friends, good times. Everyone's around the table tonight. Great food, great life. Everything is gonna turn out right. And things taste better with a dollar for Daisy. A dollar for Daisy, yeah. Great food gets better with a dollar for Daisy. A dollar for Daisy, yeah. Everything tastes better.
When an oil spill threatened this penguin's life, wildlife experts put their trust in Dawn. Because it's tough on Greece, but gentle. Dawn saved the life of this mother and her baby. The drop of Dawn makes a difference. And now, so can you.
My boys made me quarterback, so I got a pain reliever for my sore shoulder. For band practice, needed another one for headaches. Different pains, different pain relievers. But now Advil is my every pain reliever. Works wherever I hurt. I'm all Advil.
I'm talking to you there, the person watching the television sitting on the couch. You're kind of in a daze right now, aren't you? All that tryptophan from the holidays has kind of got you slowing down. Well, here's something that you probably need to know. It's going to put a little pep in your step. It's called the After Holiday Sale. Get off the couch, go into Sears. It's a time to save money. We're talking major sales are going on.
Now that it's over, it's time to start saving big. All fitness on sale, all TVs on sale. Plus, save up to 50% on fashion clearance and accessories. Now through Saturday, Sears.
Tonight, Oddball Place of the Year, Part 2. Why? Because you can never get enough of this. Countdown with Pete Overman, MSNBC tonight.
Mattress World has the largest selection in the Northwest. We deliver, have a huge inventory, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, and a 90-day comfort guarantee. We guarantee you'll get the right mattress without paying too much.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
Critics across America are calling The Pursuit of Happiness the inspirational movie of the holiday season. It's a triumph.
You gotta trust me, all right?
I trust you.
And now Will Smith has been nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor.
You got a dream, you gotta protect it.
Rolling Stone raves he's the real deal.
First in your class?
Yes, sir.
How many in the class?
12. There's a small town.
The Pursuit of Happiness, rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Mattress World has the largest selection in the Northwest. We deliver, have a huge inventory, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, and a 90-day comfort guarantee. We guarantee you'll get the right mattress without paying too much.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
Who's in the Crate? Go to kgw.com and click on the crate. This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Strickland. Investigators in Salem are looking into a crash that killed 1 woman and injured her brother home on leave from Iraq. This happened early yesterday morning on Delaney Road, southeast, near Sunnyside Road. We have video that shows just how dark and narrow that street is. Investigators say the 21-year-old driver of the car lost control, rolled, and crashed through a fence. His sister died at the scene. Alcohol is not a factor in the crash. Lynn Masterson joins us now with a look at the commute. Lynn?
Yeah, we just received word a short time ago that Powell will remain closed between 136th and 141st until about 10 a.m. this morning. The investigation due to continue, and it will be lengthy. Now, this crash did involve a TriMet bus and a car. There were injuries involved, so that's why Powell is closed. Detour into the residential streets. You can use Division instead through that stretch. Freeways still look good. Let's get to that forecast. Here's Jim Donovan.
Thanks, Lynn. Happy day after Christmas, everybody. First alert, Futurecast paints the picture for us. It's pretty green all day long. That front eventually does push up through to the north, but by the time we get to Wednesday morning, maybe a little rain and snow mixed in the Portland metro area. Today, it's just going to be wet and about 43. Oh, there's Baby New Year. Yes, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the afternoons, maybe even partly sunny. You're watching Northwest News Channel 8.
Let's get started now.
You're eating all this food that you didn't think you'd be able to. And I got on the scale at the end of the week, I lost 8 pounds. And it just kept going, and before you knew it, it was 56 pounds. It's been 6 months, and I still have people coming up and saying, you look wonderful, how did you do it? And I tell them right away, LA weight loss. To this day, I still can't believe it. It just seems so easy, it's surreal.
Let's get started now.
Call now for 35% off, plus the cost of LA lights.
With over 1.5 million vehicle listings to choose from on Cars.com, you can find the right car for you.
Blue is?
Find the right car for you. Cars.com.
Go to KGW.com, click on the Cars.com logo to shop and compare from these local dealers and more.
At the John O. Scott Foundation, our focus is funding children's medical care. We're honored to be part of the community effort, helping kids have access to quality health care. At the John O. Scott Foundation, it's about the kids, their energy, spirit, and future. Like you, we want to see them healthy and at home.
Now on a Tuesday morning. It's the 26th day of December, 2006, day after Christmas. An enthusiastic crowd flocking to Rockefeller Plaza on this kind of drizzly morning, but it hasn't dampened their spirits, and hopefully we'll get to say hi to these people in just a couple of minutes.
My goodness, it's kind of dark out here. The sun has yet to come up. Either that or we've got a little bit of a cloudy day.
No, I think we got a cloudy day. It's supposed to rain on and off today, but that's okay. We're having a good time. Nice to be outside. I'm Matt Lauer along with Ann Curry, who's here while Meredith is taking a little time off. And coming up in this half hour, we're going to talk about some procedures that could be a lifesaver for a lot of Americans. Something like 170,000 Americans underwent some kind of weight loss surgery in the last year. A lot of us have heard about things like gastric bypass surgery, but now there are some procedures that do not sound as though they're as severe. Do they work? Are they dangerous? We're going to take a look at some of those procedures coming up in just a couple of minutes.
We also have a wonderful story, Matt, about a father's love. His name is Dick Hoyt, and he actually loves his son so much, and vice versa, his son loves him, that they have done some amazing things. They've actually completed marathons together, even an Ironman competition. Dick carrying his son who has cerebral palsy even across the finish line. Look at them. Anyway, beautiful story coming up about Team Hoyt.
All right. And then, do you have a secret? A lot of people walk around carrying secrets with them. Question is, when should you tell your loved ones or your partner about that secret? Should you ever? We'll have advice on that. But first, yeah, exactly right. First, though, it is the day after Christmas. It is a big bargain day, a big return day. A lot of people flock into the stores. Our consumer correspondent, Janice Lieberman, is at the Queens Center Mall, not far from here, just about 20 minutes from here, taking a look at the action. How's it there so far, Janice?
It's been pretty steady. People have been out here since 6 in the morning. My friend Marianne from before, she's still back. She says she's running behind schedule. But doorbuster sales are going on till noon, and if you can't get here now, the midday is the most expensive day to shop because starting at 6 o'clock, you can go to the newspapers, cut out coupons, and still get those same doorbuster sales. It evens out about 50 to 60% off on a lot of items.
Hey, Janice, we've talked about gift cards, and a lot of people go out and they shop for them and gave them as gifts this year. They're great if you get one, but they can be even better for the store if you fail to use it.
That's right. 19% of the people still have their gift cards from last year. That's millions and millions of dollars into the retail's pockets, hands pockets. And also, they will start charging you. Some retailers, Visa or American Express gift cards, will start deducting money from your gift card if they expire. So go out and spend them. They won't let you get it in for cash, so you'll have to buy some kind of merchandise with it. And some of the online gift cards, you can only use online. You can't use it at the brick-and-mortar shop, so you really have to read the directions carefully.
And real quickly, Janice, if you got a gift and you didn't get a gift receipt with it, you just got a box with the name of the store on it, how are stores handling that?
You're out of luck. I mean, they will give you a credit. They'll give you the deepest, lowest discount that's available today. So that's why it's imperative to ask the person, even if you're a little embarrassed, to give you some kind of gift receipt.
sometimes if it has a barcode on it, like Bloomingdale's has that, or if there's a record of the person, they will look it up and they'll find out how much they spent on the item and try to give you back that fee. But that's not always the case, so you could be out of luck. So try to hold on to any kind of receipt you can. And electronic, yeah.
All right, Janice, thanks. I just want to say thank you very much at the Queens Center Mall this morning, where it's bound to be busy today.
I know. We're busy with the news this morning, and Natalie Morales is in for me this morning with the news desk. Natalie, good morning.
And good morning once again, Ann and Matt. Good morning, everyone. Florida residents are cleaning up this morning after violent storms swept through parts of the Sunshine State. Hundreds of homes in northern and central Florida were damaged by strong winds, possible tornadoes, and heavy rains on Monday. 50 planes at an aeronautical university in Daytona were tossed or damaged, and one hangar was completely destroyed. Fortunately, there were no serious injuries. Denver's airport has cleared the backlog of passengers stranded by last week's blizzard, but it is now lined with countless rows of lost suitcases. Airline officials say many bags, though, were rerouted or did not keep up with passengers stranded because of last week's blizzard. U.S. military deaths in Iraq now exceed the number of people killed on 9/11. The deaths of 6 more soldiers in 3 separate roadside bomb attacks brings the death toll now to 2,978. And explosions throughout Iraq today have killed at least 36 Iraqis, including 25 who died in 3 coordinated car bombings in the western part of the capital. A new report paints a troubling picture of Iran's oil exports. The analysis says Iran's income from oil could virtually disappear in the next decade. The author of the study says there may be merit to Iran's claim that it needs nuclear energy for electricity. The Red Cross says at least 200 people have been killed in a pipeline fire in Lagos, Nigeria today. Some officials put the death toll as high as 500. The fire started when oil thieves punctured the pipeline overnight. And reports this morning out of Taipei, where officials say a 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck off southwestern Taiwan. There are no immediate reports of damage, but Japanese officials warn of a small tsunami. More than 1.5 million Muslim pilgrims have converged on Mecca, and millions more are expected. This week marks the beginning of the Hajj pilgrimage, one of the world's largest displays of religious devotion. A violent gun battle between police and suspected militants broke out in southern Russia. It began Monday when police moved in to arrest several militants suspected in the murders of government employees. And take a look at this spectacular site in eastern Russia where a volcano has been erupting since Monday. Experts say the eruption so far is not a threat to the nearest town, which is 62 miles away. The volcano last erupted in 2002. It is now 8:06. Let's go back outside once again to Matt and Ann.
All right, thanks a lot,
footage.
Natalie. I know. I'd like to see that close up myself.
I wouldn't. I was going to say, I'm happy to do it right from here. You want to get a check of the weather?
Let's do that. I would see it.
You're a thrill seeker.
I am. Chris Amino's in for Al this morning with the weather.
Whatever works for you, Ann. All right, we've got I Love Ian. Where's Ian?
In Texas.
Yeah, I scared you there. I didn't mean to scare you. Who doesn't love Ian? And down here, we've got the mayor of Sault Ste. Marie. What's his name?
His name is Roy Nason, and he's not the mayor of Sault Ste. Marie. He's a friend who really loves New York.
Oh, okay. Very well done. We like that. And some ladies whose arms are getting tired, so we have to show this sign from Tennessee. You're high carriers. You're up here. They're going to go home later. I was at the Today Show. Can't get my arms down. Let's get a look at what's going on in our Pick City. West in Orlando. Channel 2. Mostly cloudy, 64 degrees. Expected today. Unfortunately, slow to clear, but it will eventually across the Sunshine State after some rough weather yesterday. The Northeast is going to stay cloudy and on the damp side today, but still relatively mild. There will finally be some snow and ski country in New England, while the upper Midwest, the Ohio-Tennessee Valley is drying out. Another big storm approaches the Pacific Northwest with heavy rain from San Francisco right on up through the Oregon coast. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look out at your local forecast.
Good morning. Jim Donovan here from the First Alert Storm Team, checking out that Tuesday morning, the day after Christmas, and we're going shopping forecast, huh? It's a little wet out there this morning. You can see some freeway spray there on the Interstate Bridge. Cloudy rain at times today. We'll see east winds be fairly blustery all day long. The rain will continue overnight tonight. And into early Wednesday morning, though, we could see a little rain and snow mix. The snow level's 1,000 feet, but dry Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, and Friday.
We've got the flashing hats back here. That is a cool look. I like that. Nice job. All right, Ann's holding hands with somebody.
I know. Well, Chris, her hands are so warm, I don't want to let go. Anyway, we're going to tell you coming up next how to keep the kids occupied since they're off from school this week. And also, coming up next, we'll be talking about the latest in obesity surgery, less invasive methods. But first, these messages. 52 pounds.
After fitting into those jeans again.
After going to Weight Watchers meetings.
After changing the way I think about food. After, it's not just a state of body, it's a state of mind.
After all, who ever heard of happily ever before?
We all lost our weight on Weight Watchers and learned how to keep it off.
Come see what's new while registration's free. Weight Watchers. Be an after, stay an after.
If your wealth isn't working for you, then neither is your financial advisor. Smith Barney Financial Advisors have on average 16 years of industry experience. We don't sell our own mutual funds, so we can offer independent advice. And only Smith Barney Financial Advisors have direct access to the depth of Citigroup's global resources. Experience, independence, depth. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
If you've wished for a Saturn Ion all year, or a Saturn Vue, or maybe a Saturn Aura, here's something that'll make your wish come true today. The Saturn Red Tag event. The price on the tag is the price you pay. And all 2007 Saturn models come with a GM 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain warranty. It's that simple. See some red, save some green. It's the best time of the year. Look for the tags and get special deals at your participating retailer on all 2007 Saturn models.
Do you have change? Cinnamon or blueberry?
When germs wear you down, take Airborne Nighttime. All the immune-boosting benefits plus natural herbs that can help you rest and stay healthy.
I don't buy into the whole magic pill thing. When I quit smoking, I wanted something with a track record. So I got Nicoderm CQ. Nicoderm CQ is the only clear patch with smart control, an extra layer that releases a steady stream of nicotine. Get serious. Get Nicoderm CQ.
It's the first baby in 18 years.
David Anson of Newsweek calls Children of Men dazzling and gripping. It's one of the most exactingly detailed full-on visions of the future ever seen in any medium, says Jeffrey Wells. It's also the most excitingly photographed movie all year. It's in the realm of Full Metal Jacket, Black Hawk Down, and Saving Private Ryan. Children of Men, rated R. Now in select theaters.
We're back at 8:11, and this morning on Take It Off Today, new surgical options for people who are severely overweight. According to the American Society for Bariatric Surgery, an estimated 177,000 people with morbid obesity went under the knife last year to lose weight. Among them, 50-year-old Peggy Kindler from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I've lost 43 pounds so far, but I'm still losing. Right now, I weigh 156 pounds. I would like to lose like another 25, 30, 35, something like that.
Peggy Kindler had lap band surgery over 7 months ago.
A lap band procedure is a device that's placed at the top of the stomach to reduce the stomach size.
Dr. Anita Kirkalis is Kindler's surgeon.
It's adjustable and it's removable, and it functions for weight loss by simply restricting how much food a patient can eat at any one time.
The band has to be adjusted so it's the right level of tightness. If it's too loose, then I can eat too much food, and so I'm not getting the benefit of the band.
After being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, Kindler researched her surgical option.
I feel that the gastric bypass was not the best step for me because it's so invasive, and I did not want my intestines cut. A certain number of people die every year from gastric bypass, and I didn't want to be one of those statistics.
Many patients are concerned about the permanency of a gastric bypass, the fact that their intestines will be altered for the rest of their lives. So the banding procedure offers a nice alternative.
An option Kindler is happy with. However,
I could be doing better. I still have some of the same struggles that I had before the surgery. I really like desserts. I kind of thought with the surgery that my mind would be turned off to food and I just wouldn't want to eat the desserts, but I still do.
But overall,
my numbers have been better with my cholesterol, my diabetes, but all those numbers are better. And I just feel healthier.
Madeline Fernstrom is today's diet and nutrition editor, as well as the director of the Weight Management Center at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Hey, Madeline, happy holidays.
Oh,
good to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt.
177,000 people getting these procedures. That's a lot. So how do you know if you're a candidate?
No, besides the obvious sort of weight categories, that is to lose about 100 pounds or maybe about 75 pounds or so with some medical illness, you need to be committed to a long-term lifestyle change. This is going to be a tool in your weight loss toolbox that will enhance the lifestyle effort and make it easier.
But you also should have tried everything else before this. This is a last resort, not a first resort.
Right, it's part of this continuity of care. It's something that if lifestyle has not been successful, that is, you have gained and lost hundreds of pounds, which many of these patients have, it's something that can make the lifestyle more manageable by allowing less food in. So if you overeat, the one thing that surgery can do is reduce that intake.
So we're talking about people who are morbidly obese. That's about 5 to 10% of the American population, which is also a lot. Let's talk about these options. The vertical banded gastroplasty. That's stomach stapling.
Right, that's the old-fashioned stomach stapling, really rarely done. It restricts the stomach size, but weight came back very quickly, and so there's a new and enhanced way of reducing stomach size, and that's going to be the lap band.
Okay, we have a model of the lap band. We saw it in the animation in the piece. What are the advantages of this versus the next one, which is the gastric bypass?
Right, something like this, a band, it's like a little belt that goes around the stomach. It is restriction only. It makes the stomach smaller, and so less food will get in, and so you can fill up much sooner. It has nothing to do with absorption of calories as the others do.
How often do you have to adjust that band?
It can be adjusted several times a year, and the greatest thing about the lap band, if you're the right kind of patient for this, is that follow-up is so important. That's key to long-term success, because remember, you have a small anatomical change, but the lifestyle has to be there.
All right, gastric bypass. This is still considered the gold standard, isn't it?
Right, it's the gold standard because the greatest number of research studies show that the longest-term weight loss is there, and it's sustained, and that is restriction of the stomach is smaller, and also blocking calories from being absorbed. So people see two things: very rapid weight loss, almost about 100 pounds in 9 to 12 months, and it's much easier to keep off, but the lifestyle is very tough.
But you talk about lifestyle, and I think Peggy was very honest in the piece where she said, I expected that my mind would turn off to food, and that didn't happen. This is a physical procedure. It's not an emotional procedure.
That's right. When it will actually limit the amount of food that you can take in and absorb, but it doesn't change your views about food, and that's why thinking about the reasons that you eat, why you're eating, how much you're eating, this applies to everybody.
When we talk about the lap band again, going back to the model we have on the table, this was approved in that animation. This was approved by the FDA back in 1991. So not all that long ago, 15, 16 years. Do we know long-term effects of this?
Well, in terms of surgery, it's very dynamic, and to have this restrictive technique that is making that stomach smaller with several years of really good information. This little belt is inert. It doesn't interact with anything else. It's just restriction. It can be removed if necessary, and that the outcome is very good. It's much slower weight loss, though, compared to gastric bypass.
All right, some people who are concerned about these things are now looking to Europe. There is a procedure that's being done over there called an intragastric balloon. How does this differ from the procedures we've been talking about?
Okay, this is another, even almost a non-surgical technique, and it involves an inflatable balloon. It goes in just in a long, skinny balloon that is inserted through the esophagus, down the throat, into the stomach, and it's inflated there, and it gives the sense of fullness. It's used as a temporary measure for about 6 months or so.
Temporary meaning you take the balloon out after that time?
The balloon is deflated after 6 months and is pulled out, and either the lifestyle will be okay from that point on, or another surgery, kind of a little tryout, because it is something that, again, will get people to understand the sense of eating less food.
But it's interesting because going back to what we said about how this doesn't change your mind, it changes your body. If you take that balloon out after 6 months, what's going to stop the person from going back and eating as much as he or she did?
Well, that's a good point. Sometimes a change of just having that sense of fullness will help you to learn these behaviors, because a lot of this is learned. It's not natural, especially when we live in such a toxic food environment where food is everywhere. So these are anatomical tools that can help but not replace the lifestyle.
All right, Madeline, thanks very much.
You're
Good
welcome.
information as always. We appreciate it. And coming up next, an inspiring father-son team you've got to see in action to believe. Their unforgettable story of true grit is coming up right after this.
Class exam ends in 10 minutes.
Hey, cutie, what's a nice girl like you doing in a class like this?
Huh?
Huh?
You talking to me?
Oh, no, sorry. I guess I saw the pink icing there and just assumed that...
Look, I'm just Strawberry, okay? I didn't pick out the uniform.
Yeah, buddy, it's cool. I understand.
It's a job.
Keep your child focused by holding off hunger with the help of Kellogg's Strawberry Delight Frosted Mini Wheats. 8 layers of fiber with strawberry-flavored Crunchlets in every bite.
Crunchlets? I have Crunchlets?
Keeps them full, keeps them focused.
Build this easy-to-carry Inspiron E1405 and watch up to 3 2-hour movies without charging up. All powered by an Intel Core Duo processor and backed by our 24/7 technical support. Dell, purely you.
Macy's After Christmas Mattress Sale. Enjoy the lowest prices of the season. Sealy Posturepedic Medium Firm Queen 2-piece set, $387. And pay no interest for 12 months when you use your Macy's card. Shop Macy's After Christmas Mattress Sale or call 1-800-MACY-BED.
I waited for my birthday all year. I was feeling like I was getting a cold, so I called my friend and I said, you know, can you cancel the plan? And she said, no, try Zicam because that'll kick your cold.
Get Zicam and get over your cold 3 times faster.
It definitely worked for me. Zicam allowed me to enjoy my birthday.
This holiday season,
Hi, you want to play?
treat your family to the one movie
Flashes in your head.
that will make you all laugh and cheer. Charlotte's Web.
The rat is happy.
Rated G. Now playing.
I saw a woman who was raped.
Then they threw her child in the fire.
I lost all my family.
All of them were killed.
The government just wants us to disappear.
And die.
Somebody, come and save us. This morning, we're launching a new series called Today's Real Heroes. Our national correspondent, Natalie Morales, is here with an unforgettable pair. Natalie?
And it's a story you have to see to believe. Our real heroes today are Dick and Rick Hoyt, better known as Team Hoyt. And if you haven't heard of them yet, be prepared. They are almost legends in their own right, and you'll see right now why they are heroes to so many.
This is one of the greatest love stories of all time. A story of a father who climbs mountains and runs to the ends of the earth and back to give his son a better life. A life that transcends the limitations of his body. Rick Hoyt's fight started at birth 44 years ago when the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck.
He looked beautiful and he was strong and he was laying on his stomach and I thought he was doing push-ups. But what it was, he was having spasms.
The doctors told Dick and Judy Hoyt that their son had cerebral palsy and would never be able to walk or talk.
They said, forget Rick, put him away, put him in an institution. He's going to be nothing but a vegetable for the rest of his life. And we said, no, we're not going to put Rick away. We're going to bring Rick home and bring him up like any other child.
So when the Hoyt family went to the beach for a swim, Rick went too.
He'd sink down at the bottom and he'd look up and start laughing. He played street hockey. We'd just get a stick and push him in a chair and hold the stick for him. We did everything with him that we did with the other two boys.
And Rick responded.
And you look in his eyes, and he was looking right at you, and you could tell that he understood everything they were talking about.
But it wasn't until he was 12 when Rick found his voice, called the Hope Machine, a computer system created by a team of Tufts engineers.
Hopefully people will look at me as an intelligent person and look past my disabilities.
He could tell us exactly what he wanted, how he felt, you know, where he wanted to go. And it got him to go to school and get to be able to talk to a lot of other people.
It was at high school where Rick first learned of a 5-mile charity road race for a paralyzed teenager.
And he said, Dad, I have to do something for him. I want to let him know that life goes on.
For Dick, who wasn't a runner, it was a call to action as a father.
Rick told me, he said, Dad, when I'm running, it feels like my disability disappears.
And that was all Dick needed to hear. Now, at the age of 66 and 44, Dick and Rick have run 950 races, 60 marathons, including their 25th Boston Marathon this year. They even started doing triathlons, competing in 6 Ironmans, the ultimate test of strength and endurance. All the way, Dick pulls, pushes, and carries Rick's 110-pound frame over the course of the 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and 26.2-mile run.
So on this day, we're going for a leisurely stroll. This is a slower pace than you two normally go, right?
Oh, this is a nice pace, too. It's a good break.
But they don't slow down for long.
As long as we're still having fun, we're enjoying it, and we're healthy, we're going to continue doing it.
But it's Rick's achievements on the sidelines that are most awe-inspiring.
I may be disabled, but I live a very fulfilling life.
Not only did Rick graduate from high school, but also from college, earning his degree from Boston University. And he now lives in his own apartment.
I have shown to disabled people that they don't have to sit back and watch the world go by. They too can go to school, get a job, and be included in everyday life.
The Hoyts' motto is simply, you can. And they've made so many believe anything is possible.
He's competing in road races, competing in triathlons. And all of a sudden, all of these videos are popping up on us. And people are emailing around the world, and it's just a great feeling.
I read them an email they recently received, one of thousands, from a perfect stranger.
I write this because I'm a father, and to my shame, I have been nothing like you, Dick. I have been selfish more than I've been selfless. I'm not raising my son the way I had intended to raise him, and up to this point, you could say, I have failed. But yesterday, in a moment's time, I was changed. My heart was broken when I saw how much you must love your son to put yourself through such agony that he might experience the thrill of the race. Yesterday, it became less about me and more about being my children's father. I thank you, sir. You hear this over and over again.
Yes, yeah.
It clearly is, it touches you every time.
It really does, yeah.
But you're more than a father. I mean, you are a hero to so many.
Mm.
And most importantly, you're a hero to Rick.
I just think of myself, and I just love my family. And I just want to be the very best father I can be.
Good point, everybody. Way to go, Ricky. Way to go, Jim.
It's time for Ashley's Great 12 sale. Take an additional 12% off your entire purchase with 12 hours to save and 12 months, no payments, no interest. Shop in Salem and save. Our spacious 40,000 square foot showroom has over 15,000 home accent items, and it's all on sale. It's Tuesday and for 12 hours only. Come see why everyone's shopping for furniture in Salem. Ashley Furniture Home Store. In style, in reach.
You are black, even a little dandruff shows.
That's why more people are switching from ordinary dandruff shampoo to Selsun Blue. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch. With aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Make the switch.
Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
A little black dress is always in style, but even a little dandruff shows. My old dandruff shampoo wasn't into black, so I switched to Selsun Blue.
Doctor recommended for flakes and itch with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp.
Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
Herzog Meyer, we know what drives you.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning. I'm Stephanie Strickland, joined now by James Ray. An overnight shooting in southeast Portland has homicide detectives working to find a motive. The shots fired call came in from a place called the Wetlands Pub, and this all happened just after 1:30 this morning. Police arrived to find the body of an adult man inside. It does appear that he has gunshot wounds. Police believe they do have their suspect in custody. Now, here's Lynn Masterson with a final look at the morning commute.
Yes, we do have an accident in southeast Portland. In fact, it occurred at Powell and 136. Did force the closure of Powell. That's between 136th and 141st, and that'll be in effect until approximately 10 a.m. with an investigation. The accident did involve a TriMet bus. And now we have a disabled vehicle, too. It's on the connector from westbound I-84 to northbound I-5. Comments just arriving on the scene. Not much of a delay now, even with that right lane block. Let's get to that forecast. Here's Jim.
We've got moisture moving south to north this morning on Doppler and 2 to 4 new inches of snow. Here's your forecast. We're going to see rain much of the day. Temps in the low 40s. Stephanie.
Thank you very much. We're back in a minute.
Nate has a problem at home. Only one man can help him.
The dog whisperer Cesar Milan rescues Nate. Then a 5-minute facelift with no knife next Oprah.
Today at 4 on News Channel 8.
Let's get started now.
You're eating all this food that you didn't think you'd be able to. And I got on the scale at the end of the week, I lost 8 pounds. And it just kept going, and before you knew it, it was 56 pounds. It's been 6 months, and I still have people coming up and saying, you look wonderful, how did you do it? And I tell them right away, LA weight loss. To this day, I still can't believe it. It just seems so easy, it's surreal.
Let's get started now.
Call now for 35% off, plus the cost of LA Lights.
At the John O. Scott Foundation, our focus is funding children's medical care. We're honored to be part of the community effort, helping kids have access to quality health care. At the John O. Scott Foundation, it's about the kids, their energy, spirit, and future. Like you, we want to see them healthy and at home.
Tuesday. It's Wick's biggest after-Christmas event. Tuesday. Wick's takes an extra 10% off. Wick's pays delivery with special hours 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. This Tuesday, save on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms. Plus, take an additional 30 to 70% off clearance accessories. Tuesday. Take an extra 10% off. We pay the delivery. You enjoy the furniture with 0 payments till 2008. It all starts Tuesday at 8 a.m. at Wick's.
Tonight, catch Jay with Borat, plus Martha Stewart's own Borat moment, and Battle of the Jaywalk All-Stars. Then on Conan Sean Hayes and the tour with Mr. T, tonight on NBC.
8:30 now on a Tuesday morning, December 26, 2006. Take a look at these people who are sharing a little of the holiday season with us. On a kind of dreary Tuesday morning, we thank them for stopping by, and hopefully they'll go out and enjoy their time in New York City after this. Meanwhile, out on the plaza, I'm Matt Lauer, along with Ann Curry, who's filling in while Meredith is taking some time off, and Natalie Morales joins us as well. And we didn't have time at the end while you were sitting with Ann.
Yeah.
A story about the Hoyts.
I know, it's such a tearjerker, and it's amazing to see what a father's love is able to do, to inspire so many. And we should also mention, we ran out of time, but we should mention that they have written a book together. It's called Suitably. It's Only a Mountain. And Dick is also a motivational speaker, mostly to ensure his son's financial future. They go around the country talking. So just making sure that he's well established when they can no longer keep running together.
You hear these days a lot of people taking up the idea of becoming a motivational speaker. There's a guy who really can be a motivational speaker.
Absolutely.
He's cool.
Very
That was a nice
much in
story.
demand, and they're going to compete in the Ironman in Canada in August. If you can believe it, they just keep going.
No, it's great. It was a nice story.
Wonderful.
Anyway, coming up, we're going to talk about a year, or actually a life in pictures. Neil Leifer is one of the most acclaimed photographers ever. He kind of made a name for himself in sports photography before switching over to news. Last year, he decided to go back to sports, in some ways just to see how things have changed. Take a look at this. Here was the coin toss from the very first Super Bowl, and here's the way the coin toss looked last year at the Super Bowl. I mean, things have changed, no question.
Just a little bit, right?
Neil's going to be here to talk about that experience coming up.
Also, we talking, we have an inspiring story that Dr. Nancy Snyderman is going to be showing us about a man who has ALS, who is helping others, and I think they'll all be touched by that as well.
Okay. All right, before we get to that, though, let's get a check of the weather. Al is off this week, but Chris Cimino is filling in, and he's across the plaza.
Thank you very much, Matt. We've got kind of a damp, drizzly morning out here. Folks from New Mexico. Ooh, aliens. Is that what we have? Now, who's the big Today Show fan? Is it you? Watch us every day?
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on out. Now, they're going home. Mom and Dad, you're going to hang in the city for a little while longer?
We're going to be here a while.
As you said, as long as the Visa card pulls out. When you hold it up to the light and you can see through it, you've got a problem. And Tennessee Vols, Happy New Year.
Yeah, go Vols.
You kept hitting me all morning. One more time, go ahead. Oh, I'm feeling the love. All right, let's get a look at the temperatures across the country this morning. Actually, it's mild. It's going to lead to a mild afternoon throughout the Northeast, Middle Atlantic states. A lot of 40s and 50s showing up once again. It has cooled down a little bit to the 30s across the Midwest, but still pretty mild across the Plain states. Southwest getting a little bit better. Temperature today around Phoenix near 70, but the Northwest again hit hard by heavy rain from San Fran northward to the Oregon and Washington coastline. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look now at your local forecasts.
Good morning. Hope you're having a good Tuesday, the day after Christmas. And there, the Christmas tree's still up, though. Pioneer Courthouse Square will be for about another week when they start taking it down. And just about a day less of 1 week for this year left. And First Alert Futurecast paints the picture today. You can see the front pushes up from the south to north, and the rain does lighten up from time to time today, but by Wednesday morning, a chance of some rain and snow mixed. Today, just cloudy and rain at times.
I wasn't here last week to exchange Christmas gifts with me. He gave me this morning, though. Isn't it lovely? A matching pair. The worst part about this, though, I think he's regifted this.
It's Tiffany. It's actually Tiffany, Chris. Yeah, use those well. When we come back, a great story about hanging on to your dreams despite some pretty tough odds. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Tis the season for happy Honda days. And what better way to celebrate than to save on your favorite Honda? Like the best overall value Accord, the rugged Ridgeline, the fuel-efficient 8-passenger Pilot. They're all just waiting for you at your Honda dealer. A brand new Honda will definitely put you in the holiday spirit. Happy Honda days. Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
I've always wanted to be a mother. I thought I had done everything right. I was healthy, so was my husband. We waited until we were sure that we would be able to give our child everything she would need. I was afraid we had waited too long.
If you're under 35 and have been trying to get pregnant for over a year, or over 35 and have been trying for over 6 months, you may need the help of our specialists.
Luckily, we hadn't. After visiting the Portland Center for Reproductive Medicine, I can introduce you to Sarah.
Are you keeping a secret? Are you hiding the fact that your shoes hurt like heck?
Well, don't stand for uncomfortable, poorly fitting shoes one more second. Put your foot down, or rather up, at the half-yearly Whole Wide World Women's Sale at Jay's Wide Shoes. Right now, you can save on stylish, top-quality, wide shoes for women. Don't miss these savings. Free your feet. Hurry to the half-yearly Whole Wide World Women's Sale only at Jay's Wide Shoes in Clackamas Promenade and in Beaverton at Canyon Place.
Hey, flat screen, what's up besides you?
I'm still stuck here with cable.
Cable, man, makes me want to shut down for good.
Was that an old digital connection? What good am I?
Cheer up, fellas. I heard you're getting Quest for the holidays.
All right!
Get your high-tech toys the connections they need. Bundle now with Quest and be set for the holidays. Get high-speed internet, direct TV service, and digital voice for less than $93 a month. Call 1-877-73-QUEST today and see how you can get a Quest reward card. One more way Quest brings more life
into your technology.
That's our spirit of service.
This morning on our special series, On Call with Dr. Nancy, a man who spent his life in a dream world. His name is Charles McPhee, and he's made his mark as a dream interpreter. But just as he was beginning to gain the credibility he'd always wanted, life took a devastating turn. NBC's chief medical editor, Dr. Nancy Snyderman, is here with this remarkable story. Nancy, good morning.
Hi, and he's a fabulous person. And you're going to see, as you watch the story, that Charles does have some trouble with his speech. And that was one of the first telltale signs that something was happening to him. But you're also going to see that though he received one of the most challenging diagnoses one can ever hear, Charles McPhee faces it head on. His story is one of hope against the odds, the story of a young man determined to dream.
44-year-old Charles McPhee believes in the power of dreams. Believes they're not mysterious premonitions, but rather an untapped resource for the dreamer.
Dreams are always looking out for your own best interest. They're warning you, they're giving you information.
Here, I'm the dream doctor.
How you doing? For the past 2 decades, Charles has made a business out of dreams. Calling himself the Dream Doctor, he hosted a popular radio program where callers could get even their wildest dreams interpreted.
Running away from a huge bunny rabbit, like the Easter Bunny with a chainsaw.
Easter bunnies in dreams are symbols of fertility and sexuality.
The Dream Doctor was Charles's alter ego, one conceived in the most unlikely of places, Princeton University.
Princeton, that's Firestone Library over there.
And that's where you did a lot of your study?
Yeah, I read every book in there about dreams.
In an institution famed for its academic rigor, Charles proposed an unusual topic for his senior thesis, much to the chagrin of his mentor, Professor Marvin Bressler.
Marvin, do you remember when I was telling you what I wanted to do for my senior thesis?
I do. You wanted to study lucid dreaming, a subject that struck me as preposterous at the time. And then he said, I'm going to do it anyway. And that really impressed me.
Charles went on to a career in academia, but his passion for dream interpretation kept pulling him away, landing him in radio 6 years ago. It was while hosting his radio program that Charles realized something was going terribly wrong with his voice.
All of a sudden, I would slur some words together, and I did not have control over it.
With no control over the diagnosis he ultimately received, he did have control over the next step, telling his listeners.
It's funny when you talk to an audience for so long, you wouldn't not tell your best friend.
Tonight is a very special hour in the history of the Dream Doctor show.
The doctor I saw today, he confirmed a diagnosis of ALS.
ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is a fatal neurological disease for which there is no known cause, no known cure.
Also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
The beginning, it's very devastating, and you go through a big wave of shock because you just can't believe it. It is true, and it's happening to you.
I can't think of anyone who would approach this sort of verdict with greater valor.
A verdict that meant he had to stop his radio show. But his mission to understand what we dream and why we dream it continues. Charles has 4 books in the works.
I do not want the language of dreams, which I've worked so hard to illuminate, to be lost.
He probably has the greatest number of collected dreams in the history of humanity.
And a rich legacy.
The awareness of time running out is really a gift because it forces you live much more in the present, and the time to do all of those things is now.
So while some may look at the story of Charles McPhee as one of an unfinished life, he sees it differently.
My life's goal and ambition was to learn the language of dreams. And personally, I really feel like I've done it.
One of the cruel aspects of this disease is that as the speech goes and at some point arms and legs in control of a body, the mind stays very, very sharp, and so people actually end up trapped in their bodies.
No, I've lost a friend to this disease.
It's really,
a terrible,
terrible
disease.
It is.
But what a great man.
And he's quite extraordinary.
And a great story.
Oh,
We
thank
wish him
you.
every luck. Thank you so much.
You bet, Annie.
And we recently asked you to write in your dreams, and Charles has interpreted some of them. You can see what he has to say on our website at today.msnbc.com. You'll also see a link where you can participate in the Princeton Sociology of Dream study that Nancy just mentioned. Up next, a year in pictures from one of the most acclaimed photographers of all time. But first, this is Today on NBC.
It's the Ross After Christmas Clearance. The hottest prices of the year. Save up to 75%. The Ross After Christmas Clearance. Better hurry before it's all gone.
Just gives me the feeling like she's not, listening to me.
Have you tried not saying every other word?
What?
Remember your ski trip story?
Yeah.
I was, going down the hill.
No,
and,
come on, that's
and I was
not me.
stuff either happened to
Holy...
The Holiday Miracle Sales Event. No real miracles, just $1.99 Jettas until January 2nd.
Lying to hide your gambling? That's a call for help. Betting more and more money? That's a call for help. Can't stop thinking about gambling? That's a call for help.
Spending more time gambling than with your kids? That's a call for help.
Getting your life back starts with a call for help. Treatment is free, confidential, and it works.
week only at Paul Schacht's Furniture. Enjoy end-of-year clearance savings on furniture for every room. Save on bedrooms from classic to contemporary, with special discounts on dining rooms and handcrafted accessories. Get the style and comfort you deserve, with savings up to 70% on select furniture, accessories, and other items. The end-of-year clearance event going on now at Paul Schacht's Furniture, your home.
Save at Paulsville RV's dealer cost sale and get 1.99 financing on selected RVs.
Own an 06 Forest River Georgetown for only $589 per month with 1.99 financing.
Get the buy of the year at Paulsville RV's dealer cost sale.
Who's in the crate? Go to kgw.com and click on the crate.
In his very distinguished career, photographer Neil Leifer has captured some of the greatest moments in sports on film. About 45 years after he took his first picture and 28 years removed from sports photography, Leifer returned to the sidelines in 2005 for a year-long journey, shooting 32 of the biggest sporting events. The result is his latest book. It's called A Year in Sports. Neil, good to see you. Happy holidays.
Well, happy holidays to you.
Weird to say come out of retirement because you've been shooting great pictures all along, but why go back to sports for this year?
Well, first, I haven't been retired. I'm working harder than ever. So, you know, I turned 62 just before the first of the year in 2005, and I went to Sports Illustrated's managing editor, Terry McDonald, and said, you become a senior citizen at 62. At least you do at the movies. And why not do what I call the senior citizen tour?
And you wanted to see, I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of reasons for going back, but you also wanted to document, if you could, the changes in sports and the changes in the way in which we cover sports.
Absolutely, and particularly the way still photographers cover sports, because most of the changes have been the result of how beautifully television does it. You do such a good job that it makes it more and more difficult for the sports photographer.
Let's take a look at some striking examples of how the events themselves have changed as well. We already showed this one, but it's great. That very first coin toss at a Super Bowl, 39 years ago or something like that. This is what it looked like back then, and this is what it looked like in the year you covered it, 2005. It's amazing how the events have grown.
Well, the Super Bowl picture from 2005 is one of the few that I planned in advance. I have no idea why I shot the first one. The second one, I knew exactly what I was looking for.
Guys like you who go off and shoot great sports moments need great athletes to cover. And you covered one of the best, and we've talked about this guy in the past, Muhammad Ali, one of my favorites. You took some just striking photographs of him throughout the years. Is it possible to take a bad picture of a guy like that?
No, Muhammad loves the camera, and he was a gift to every journalist, and I benefited more than most, I think. He was amazing.
I think what's astonishing to me, of all the amazing photographs you've taken over the course of your career, you only have one of your photos hanging in your own home. And that's a picture of Muhammad Ali and the Cleveland Williams fight. Why that one?
Well, the Cleveland Williams picture is the only picture. I think the way you stay sharp is no matter how well something's gone, no matter how good a picture I've taken, I can always look at it a month or two later and see something I would improve. It's the only picture I ever took that I wouldn't change a thing on, and that's why it's my favorite.
It's one of the pictures I have hanging in my office at home, by the way. I love it, and I like to look at it and see different things as well. In 2005, baseball came back to Washington. The Nationals were born, and you covered the first day when President Bush threw out the opening pitch. What struck you about that event?
Well, just the thrill of seeing it, particularly the way I saw it. I saw it behind the scenes. I mean, 8 minutes from the White House driveway to the ballpark, I got to watch the president warm up before the game.
You mean these guys who throw out the first pitch do a lot of warm-up?
Well, he took about 10 minutes. You know, I don't think he wanted to bounce the ball. And it was just a fascinating look at a president the way very, very few people ever get to see him.
You also have an amazing moment from the 16th green at Augusta National, 2005, Tiger Woods walking on the green. Tell me a little bit about that, and then contrast it, if you will, to some 30 years earlier in Jack Nicklaus.
Well, the 16th green is to photography what Ali was as a subject. I mean, it is magnificent to shoot at. That lake and the reflection late in the afternoon. So I knew there was a wonderful picture. I had taken Nicklaus striding across the green years ago, and I thought if I could match that with Tiger, that would be great. And once I got it, Tiger walking, I knew I had my picture. And then he goes and sinks this unbelievable chip shot.
This was the year he chipped in by going in a completely opposite direction than the hole, and the ball trickled in, that famous Nike logo finally disappearing into the cup, and you actually got both the celebration shots.
Well, I never in a million years dreamed I would see that. And of course, it matched the picture I had taken of Nicklaus in '72, I believe, when he won the Masters with a chip on the same hole. So it was quite a surprise to me, and one of my best pictures of the year.
How much does luck play into what you capture in terms of sports photography?
Oh, luck is maybe at least 50% and maybe 70% of good sports photographs and memorable sports.
You got to do the preparation.
You got to be lucky, but I always say that what separates the good sports photographer from the ordinary one is when you get lucky, you don't miss.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what you strive to do.
When you left, when you stopped shooting for Sports Illustrated all those years ago, I know your son was like 6 or 7 years old, so he didn't get to kind of live those great events that any son would just die to live. And yet, when you did this year in sports events, 2005, you had a chance to take him back with you.
Well, my son Corey is an avid sports fan, and I have felt sorry for him all these years, just for the reason you said. He went to, I think, 10 of the events, the Derby, the Super Bowl, the Masters. I took him to St. Andrews. He's a golfer. I took him to the British Open. So it was really fun. The father-son bonding was a bonus.
In 2005, of all those events, with one favorite?
One favorite, probably Bush throwing out the first pitch. The only other one that comes close is I got to shoot my 2 grandkids playing, my grandson playing Pee-wee football, and my granddaughter Taylor and Joey, one playing and the other one cheerleading, and that was probably the highlight of the year.
And with all those great athletes, it comes down to a bit of family fun as well.
Why not? If I can get that in.
Neil Leifert's a great book and just amazing career and some wonderful images that I'll never forget. Neil, thanks very much.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Matt.
And, by the way, speaking of great pictures, we've teamed up with the folks at MSNBC.com to round up some of the most memorable photographs of 2006. All week, we'll be showing you some, and we'd like you to go to our website to vote for your pick for the best of the year. Here's a little bit of a sample. And we're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.
Turn left. Turn clockwise. Turn left at intersection. Destination ahead.
Navigate your holidays. From now until January 2nd, purchase or lease any specially equipped Cadillac, and we'll pay for the navigation system. Season's best from Cadillac.
Visit your Northwest Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
Have you heard? Cricket is here. With unlimited anytime minutes, U.S. long distance, picture, text, and IM for just $45 a month. All without ever signing a contract. $45 this month, next month, every month. That's the sound of freedom from Cricket. Right now, get the UT Starcom 7025 flip phone for just $69.99 with your first month of service free and no activation fee. Visit mycricketoregon.com for a Cricket store near you.
Today only, Standard TV and Appliance 12-hour sale. Today from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at all Standard showrooms in Portland, Tiger, Beaverton, and Bend. 12-hour sale prices on hundreds of appliances, mattresses, and big screens. Plus no payments, no interest for 12 months at Standard. The big 12-hour event until 9 p.m. today only at Standard TV and Appliance.
Today's Critics Corner is brought to you by Royal Caribbean. Create your own adventure at RoyalCaribbean.com.
Matthew McConaughey stars in a new film now in theaters all over the nation that tells the story of a college football team's resurrection after a devastating tragedy. The movie is called We Are Marshall, and our Gene Shalit says, touchdown.
Good morning and welcome to the Critics Corner. On a November day in 1970,
Marshall University's football team and coaching staff were killed in an immolating plane crash just 1 minute from landing. Among that West Virginia town shattered people, many wanted Marshall to throw out football, be done with it.
I'm sorry.
But a passionate few vowed that giving up would dishonor the dead, and they strove to resurrect the program. Anthony Mackey, a determined student athlete.
I wouldn't know where to begin. But you can start with a coach, sir.
The undaunted new coach, Matthew McConaughey.
This is my varsity team, huh?
It's a new day, man.
And Marshall's dedicated president, David Strathern.
Well, I was just wondering if you had given this any thought at all, or you asked me to drive 200 miles out here to see you.
Maybe I can help.
Jamie Linden's screenplay of We Are Marshall and McGee's direction neither fumble off the field nor make a single false step on it.
Nice flag route by Bill James. He's got one foot inbound.
To picture straight arms every threat of mortal melodrama. We Are Marshall is such a shining, feel-good film that next year college football fans, while cheering for their own team's play, will send a score of good luck thoughts to the kids from West VA.
What day is it, son? What day? Time to play till the whistle blows.
And that's the Critics' Corner for today.
Looks good. Yeah, I want to see that because I lived in Huntington, West Virginia for a while, which is where Marshall is, of course, and I know that event is so much a part of the fabric of that town, so I'd love to see that.
Yeah, here is a great movie for Matthew as well. Well, anyway, still come here on today. Great ideas to keep your children occupied when they're home from school this week.
Plus, when to keep a secret from your partner and when to let the cat out of the bag. We'll talk about that. But first, on a Tuesday morning, a look at these messages, your local news, and you'll get some local weather as well.
Tonight, their Marines bringing more than holiday cheer. They're taking care of almost anything these wounded troops or their families need. NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams tonight.
Tonight, illegal immigrants struggle to survive here, but can we survive without them? Tom Brokaw reports in the shadow of the American dream. NBC Tonight, 7 Central.
At the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Spellers, take your places.
Which school do you go to?
Shut up. Miss Schwartzen-Grubenier is head of the Gay Straight Alliance at her elementary school.
Your word is cystitis.
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 Close enough.
Okay, we're out of time. Come meet all the spellers at Spelling Bee, coming to town as part of Broadway across America.
Mattress World Sleep Tip number 26. Get regular exercise each day.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I am Stephanie Strickland, joined now by James Ray. Homicide detectives are busy gathering evidence in an overnight shooting in southeast Portland. Investigators spend most of the early morning hours interviewing people at Southeast 160th and Stark Street. Now, the first call came into the Portland Police Bureau just after 1:30 this morning. Officers and medics immediately responded to the shots fired call at a place called the Wetlands Pub. They arrived to find the body of an adult man inside with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. Police believe they do have their suspect in custody. It's time now to check our forecast. Here's Jim Donovan.
Thanks, Stephanie. Taking a look at First Alert Futurecast. Well, first of all, it's going to be wet much of the day today. We run the clock ahead to Wednesday morning, and you can see this blue indication that we could see a little frozen precipitation mixture, just a little rain and snow mixed. No accumulation expected down on the valley floor. And live First Alert Doppler 8000 shows the story for today. It's going to be wet off and on. Your forecast is pretty simple. It's going to be wet with temperatures today in the low 40s. And taking a quick look at the extended forecast, you can see it's going to be dry Thursday and Friday. Stephanie and James.
Thank you very much. Stay with News Channel 8. We're back in 25.
Music is human expression, and it's human expression no matter where you are, whether it's here in Oregon or it's halfway across the world, or it's a aesthetic bond that all people have and make the world a better place.
Get more at Binion's with our 3 best sales.
Get any frame for only $59.95. No exclusions. Or get 2 complete pair of glasses for $99. Or buy 1 complete pair of glasses and get the second pair free. Binion's. Why pay more?
At Town & Country Chevrolet, it's the holiday year-end sale. Now, loaded Tahoes and Suburbans are $9,000 off MSRP, and loaded Chevy Silverado Z71s are $24,960. With great incentives, plus TNC's huge holiday discounts, you'll save thousands. The best prices, selection, and service are waiting for you at TNC Chevy's holiday year-end sale. It's an American revolution. Only at Town & Country Chevrolet in Milwaukee. Drive home happy.
When politicians talk, they talk to today. And Thursday, John Edwards, live. His answer to the big question, only on Today on NBC.
Herzog Meyer, we know what drives you.
So do you have friends in New York?
Yeah?
What home phone service do you use?
Comcast, definitely. I get
unlimited calling in the U.S. and Canada.
Great local customer service. All my favorite calling features.
Voicemail notifies me online.
It works on the phones I already have.
I got to keep my phone number.
And we only pay $33 a month for the whole year.
For just $33 a month, Comcast is giving people something to talk about. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Just gives me the feeling like she's not, listening to me.
Have you tried not saying like every other word?
What?
Remember your ski trip story?
Yeah.
I was going down the hill
No, come on, that's
and I was
me.
Stuff either happened to
Holy.
The Holiday Miracles Sales Event. No real miracles, just $1.99 Jettas until January 2nd.
We're back now with more of Today on a Tuesday morning, the 26th of December, 2006. Hope Santa was good to you. Looks like you didn't leave coal in these people's stockings. Hopefully they have these stockings on, because it's a little chilly, a little raw outside today, but not too bad. And we want to thank these people for sticking around. Meanwhile, inside Studio 1A, I'm Matt Lauer, along with Ann Curry, who's here while Meredith is taking some time off today. Always good to have you here.
Thank you. Meredith, good morning. Happy day after.
If you're watching, there's something wrong with you. You should be off doing some fun things. Anyway, coming up in this half hour, remember the game show I've Got a Secret?
Yes.
It was very successful back in the 50s and 60s. According to our experts, it's true of just about everyone that they have a secret. Some are embarrassing, some are trivial, and if you saw Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the movies, you know, some can be downright dangerous. Well, we're going to look at secrets and what to tell your partner and when in just a couple of minutes.
Sounds interesting. Also, has it already started in your house, that chorus of, I'm bored? Sometimes it's that letdown after all the anticipation of Christmas, and sometimes it's just rare for the whole family not to be overscheduled for a change. We're going to get some ideas this morning on what to do with all your free time.
All right, before we get to that, let's swing over to the news desk. Natalie Morales has the headlines.